Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the Pokemon Video Game Malaysia Mid-Season Showdown 2016. I'm your commentator for today, Ishak, and join for us back at Swiss Round 3. Right, both our competitors right here are Aiman, Ishak and Ronald Seet over here. Both have accumulated 2 wins each at their first 2 rounds of the Swiss. Alright, as we see both players are connecting right now, and we've seen the current metagame so far in base round 1 and 2. We've seen a lot of diversity also. All these Kyogre and Rayquaza teams right here, Ho-Oh and Xerneas teams as well. It can run, it will work. So I'd like to see what these 2 players are going to bring to the table. Are they going to bring more diverse teams right here, or are they going to go for a standard set? I'd like to see if Palkia or Dialga may come on stream right now, or possibly a Kangaskhan or Kyogre from either one of them. I would like to see what they're going to bring right here. As we do see, Aiman Ishak is going to be on the screen below, and Ronald Seet is going to be on the screen on the top right here. As we do get to see on team preview on the bottom left on Aiman Ishak, he is running a Dialga. Oh boy, I can't wait for that. A Dialga, Kyogre, Salamence, the double genies right here, the Thundurus and Landorus, and also the Ferrothorn. As for Ronald Seet, on top right here, we have Weavile, Terrakion, Kangaskhan, Rayquaza, Talonflame, and Kyogre. Potential double Mega on the top right there on Ronald's Seet side. It's just one for Aiman Ishak, which is probably the Salamence. And we're seeing double genies still being run, even in VGC 16 right here. I'd like to see how it's going to be utilized right now, because it is severely countered. I mean, there's a lot of potential ways that you can counter the double genies right now, with the big offensive threats being the restricted legendaries being played right now. As you do see a Weavile and Terrakion combo on the top right there, possibly a beat up combination justified. Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays right here. Tailwind support on Talonflame, possibly speed control on Aiman's Thundurus Thunder Wave right here, or Trick Room Saddle on Dialga. We'll have to see what they run, because we do see a Ferrothorn over there. He could use the Trick Room if he wants to provide offensive threat for Ronald's side. Ronald, pretty balanced team over there. I mean, there's some speed control over there with the Tailwind from Talonflame. A lot of damage output. Looking at the Weavile and Terrakion over there. As we do see what I want to see whether they're gonna bring their restricted legendary. I want to see that Dialga come to play shortly. If he does, if Ronald does decide to bring, if Aiman decides to bring it. I mean, he has won 2 rounds with a Dialga. Come on, that's an accomplishment right there in a PC, right? So we do see a Weavile and Kyogre's lead on Ronald's side. As we do see a Dialga. Yes, I would like to see that Dialga and Landorus on Aiman's side on the bottom left of the screen right here, folks. What? We see Kyogre's Drizzle go up. Not primal reversing. I'm pretty sure that's a really good indicator for Aiman that Kyogre is choice or assault vest into something. I mean, choice, probably Scarf or Specs. We'll have to wait and see, folks. I mean, not many can make choice Scarf or choice Specs Kyogre work. So we'll have to see here, because he could easily go for a Water Spout right now, and Weavile can go for a Fake Out, possibly onto a Dialga slot right here. As we do see, wow, Landorus decides to switch out to Primal Kyogre for Aiman's side right here, knowing that Kyogre is a potential big threat for him right now. Unless he gets Trick Room up with Dialga, but he could easily get Fake Out by the Weavile. So we'll have to see here, folks. As we do see a double switch from Dialga going onto the Ferrothorn. That's both of them are really good counters to Scarf Kyogre, because you cannot switch up moves. So if you're locked into the water type, which is the Water Spout, then I mean, you're set. Ferrothorn's not going to take much damage. Even the Kyogre's not taking much damage. And mind you, that's at full HP, right? We do see a low kick going on to the Ferrothorn slot right here. Oh, that's a really good prediction on Ronald's side over here. Possibly predicting just to low kick the Dialga and provide more offensive threat. And he's also running the Life Orb, mind you, the extra damage output right now. So this comes to a turn, right? We know that Kyogre is Choice Scarf, and there is no way for him to neglect any weather, because there's no Primal Groudon on Aiman's side, right? So he has to decide to sack or save one of the 2 Pokemons right now, because Weavile could easily go for a Loki onto the Kyogre slot and a Water Spout from Kyogre. As you do see a Protect coming onto Ferrothorn, regardless, you're just delaying the inevitable. As you do see a Water Spout from the Scarf Kyogre right now onto the Primal Kyogre on Aiman's side right here. As we do see an Ice Punch, probably over predicting possibly a Landorus to lower down the attack of the Weavile to come out, but that did not happen right now. As we do see a Thunder from Primal Kyogre, it would do significant amount of damage onto the Choice Scarf Ogre right now. It picks up the one hit, that must be a crit. Yep, that's definitely a critical hit right there. And down goes Choice Scarf Kyogre. And Ferrothorn enjoys his leftovers right there, munching his health away. We'll have to see what does Ronald decide to set out right here, because both his Pokemon are definitely faster. Yeah, I mean, the Weavile is definitely faster than Primal Kyogre, right? So he decides to send out Terrakion, possibly seeing himself as the perfect opportunity to, I don't know, set out a beat-up combination, or just go for a double knockout and Rock Slide or close combat onto the Ferrothorn slot right here. And Weavile might just go for a low kick, potentially, onto the Primal Kyogre. Because both Pokemon on Aiman's side right here are severely damaged, so Ronald could assert offensive dominance right now. We'll have to see and wait here, folks. Both players taking their time to choose their moves. But yeah, Ronald's in a pretty optimal situation right now. Like, there's nothing much that can go wrong. The switch-ins and possibly to Landorus, which is to provide Intimidate onto the Terrakion and Weavile, is potential. It could happen as well. We'll have to wait and see here, folks. We do see a low kick onto the Ferrothorn's side. Now we'll have to see whether Terrakion's either close combat or Rock Slide being able to pick up the KO onto the Primal Kyogre. We'll have to see whether RNG is in favor if he does choose to Rock Slide right now. Fearing that the Landorus might switch in, we do see a Rock Slide coming out. Will it pick up the KO right now onto the single target Primal Kyogre? It does, without critical hit. So down goes Primal Kyogre. Now, Ronald's on optimal situation right now with a lead of 3-2 going on to Aiman Ishak, as he's just lost 2 Pokemon right now, and does come out the Dialga and the Landorus, mind you. I'm not sure whether Trick Room play will come out from the Dialga slot, because I'm pretty sure he wants to take out, he wants to put offensive pressure onto the Weavile and Terrakion. The Terrakion could easily go for close combat, but then he is intimidated by -1 attack. He is down by attack by 1 stat right now. So I don't know if both Pokemon are going to switch out right now, or one's going to protect while the other switch out on Ronald's side, just to ensure that the 1-hit KO potential is possible right now. Now Landorus, I'm not sure if it's whether choice into anything right now. We'll have to see here, folks, whether the damage output reflects on what item he is holding right now. So now for Ronald, he has to decide whether he has to switch out one or just go out for the full offensive. We also don't know like what he has in the back, right? Could be either a Kangaskhan or a Rayquaza. As we do see an Ice Punch going from the Weavile, that must be a critical hit. No, without critical hit, it just goes down. Even with the Intimidation, because it's a Life Orb definitely for sure. And we do see a close combat. Will it pick up the KO on a -1? No, it doesn't. Barely, about 50%, about 60%, alright? And we do see a defense and special defense draw. We do see a... Is that Citrus? Yep, definitely. Citrus Berry from Dialga. Wow, must be a bulkier set then, I guess. We do see Trick Room coming from Dialga, but Landorus was not able to survive, not being survived and putting out more damage output, as we do know that Dialga's move pool does not have multiple spread attacks right here. So he has to choose on who he decides to attack right now. And Dialga is going up against the world right now, so it's a little bit tricky for him to do so. Alright, as we do see the match is forfeited, probably Aiman conserving what information to let out to his opponent for the next potential two rounds if he can make a comeback right now. So that was a really well played on Ronald's side right there, because all the offensive threat on the Weavile, the Terrakion, and the Water Spout from Choice Scarf Kyogre. Now that really caught possibly Aiman off guard right now. Choice Scarf, Water Spout, that's some really high damage output and really fast. Nothing can outspeed it yet, unless you're in Tail Room set, or he is easily viable to be being fake out at the moment, right? So we'll have to see how is Aiman gonna adjust to the play, knowing that Kyogre is Choice Scarf, and would he be locked into if he knows what move he's gonna be locked into next turn, he could fully utilize and take advantage of what move he's gonna be locked into with the Choice Scarf, right? As we do see, both players have already selected their Pokemon. We'll have to see how is Aiman gonna adjust to the whole scenario right now, because it's the best of 3, and knowing that the Kyogre's Choice Scarf could easily give him an advantage going to this round and possibly the next if he's able to win so. As we do see Ronald lead off with a Weavile and Choice Scarf Kyogre, as we know it before. And we do see a Thunderous. Wow, Aiman decides to bring the Thunderous and Salamence at the moment. Knowing that the Weavile has a fake out, pretty sure it's safe for Thunderous and Salamence to go for Double Protect right now. And Salamence might want to go for a Thunder Wave onto the Kyogre next turn. But here's the thing, right? Weavile has the potential to carry Feint. If Aiman's side decides to go for a Protect on one of them, and Ronald decides to Feint on the Protect, Kyogre could easily go off with the Water Spout, right? So we'll have to see here, is there any fake out plays right here going to be played? We do see Salmon switch out and possibly going to go into Ferroton, as we does see the Ferroton decide to come out right here. Pretty safe play for him, can take all the damage output from the Ice Beam or the Water Spout. As we do see a Protect coming out from the Thunderous. We will see what does Weavile go here for, and we do see a fake out to the Thunderous spot. As we do see a Water Spout coming from Choice Scarf Kyogre in the range, does negligible damage onto the Ferroton. About 45% onto the Ferroton. So definitely not a 2-hit KO, it's definitely a 3-hit KO, right? But here's the thing. Thunderous could easily go for a Thunder Wave onto the Kyogre slot, slowing it down definitely. And Ferroton could easily go for a Gyro Ball onto the Weavile slot. Because I'm not sure whether low kick would take Ferroton out, right? As we do see the Kyogre switch into the Terrakion right now. As we do see a Protect coming from Ferroton. Will we see Thunder Wave onto the Terrakion slot? Yes, it does, but onto the Weavile slot. Knowing that the Kyogre will switch out, he's taking full advantage that the Weavile is going to switch out. Now, if we do see Weavile going for the Ice Punch, is he carrying Focus Sash right now? That's the big question. No, he survives it naturally, even with Life Orb, Ice Punch on the Weavile slot. That Intimidate from the Salmons before on the first turn is paying dividends right now. As we do see, the Weavile is not being able to knock out onto the Thunderous. Now here's the thing, Weavile is slower than... No, I'm pretty sure the Ferroton is still slower than, even though the Weavile is paralyzed at the moment. Now if the Terrakion is carrying Lumberry, he could easily go for a Rock Slide and possibly hope for a flinch onto the Ferroton unless the Ferroton or the Thunderous decides to switch out. But here's the thing, Weavile also carries Ice Shard, right? As we do see a Thunder Wave instead coming up from the Thunderous. Not worrying that the Weavile might carry Ice Shard. He's already ready to, he's already prepared to lose Thunderous, but we do see Lumberry instead coming from Terrakion. As we do see a Rock Slide does decide to go off. Will we see a flinch right here onto the Ferroton side? And Weavile might potentially go for a low kick onto the Ferroton. No, but we do see Weavile get paralyzed. That's a very unfortunate turn for Ronald, as we do see the flinch onto the Ferroton. So, wow. Flinch from Terrakion on Ronald's side. And paralyzed on Weavile from Ronald's side as well. It kind of negates that turn, but we do see that Terrakion definitely went down. Now here's the thing. Landorus decides to come out to further intimidate and lower the attack of Terrakion and Weavile, right? Giving the damage output very minimal, but here's the thing. Once Ronald decides to switch out or sack one of those Terrakion or Weavile, he could easily bring in the Choice Scarf Kyogre and cause severe amount of damage, because we know that the Thunderous is knocked out already. It's a free gateway for him to set out the Choice Scarf Kyogre whenever he feels like it and provide massive offensive threat. As we do see the Ferroton, Aiman decides to conserve the Ferroton possibly for the Kyogre that's gonna come out eventually. As we do see another Intimidate on the Weavile and Terrakion, bring Weavile to -3 attack, mind you, and -2 on the Terrakion slot. So it's going to do barely any damage, but it must be a critical hit over there. Oh no, it's just... Simon is just that frail, I guess. As we do see an Earthquake coming from the Landorus slot. As we do see, picks up double KO on the Terrakion and Weavile, but here's the thing. Both Pokemon might have been gone down for Ronald's side. It brings the score from Aiman to 3 and Ronald's side to 2. But Ronald has one ace up his sleeve here, which is the Choice Scarf Kyogre, which could easily cause a lot of devastation right here. But I'm not sure whether he's going to lock himself to a Water or Ice type attack, right? Now we do see the Kangaskhan coming out right here with the Choice Scarf Kyogre. That's a pretty safe turn already for Ronald just to spam the Water Spout, as we know that the Kangaskhan can easily go for a Fake Out onto the Salmon slot. Would Aiman neglect that and play to counter that move and possibly switch out the Salamence into Ferroton for the Iron Barb's damage? We'll have to wait here and see, folks. Because Salamence, there's no way Salamence can definitely outspeed the Choice Scarf Ogre, possibly under Tailwind instead. So yeah, we'll have to see the play here, folks. Will he decide to conserve the Salamence? Because Landorus cannot outspeed the Choice Scarf Ogre and Kangaskhan for that matter, because Kangaskhan could easily go for a Fake Out onto Salamence. Oh no! We decide to see the Landorus switch out instead. Alright, here's the thing. You switch out Landorus, right, for Aiman's side. Will it be able to survive Fake Out and Water Spout? Or would Ronald instead go for an Ice move? So these are the plays you have to think. We do see a Protect on Salamence here, but we don't see Mega Evolve. So we do see a Water Spout come out. We've seen it before, it does below 50%. We do see that must be a critical hit, right? That's definitely a critical hit. As we do see a Loki onto the Ferrothorn side. Wow, the predictions are real here, folks. Now we do see Lando's gonna come out, right? But it still can't outspeed the Choice Scarf Ogre. That the Choice Scarf Ogre is still being a potential big threat, even just like in 2010 VGC 2010, right? Because back then the primals weren't a thing yet. So right now I don't know how can Salamence survive a possible hang on, mind you, can he survive a double edge? Can Salamence survive a Mega Salamence survive a double edge and a water spout? That's the question. And even if he does survive, can he pick up the one hit KO onto the old Kyogre? These he needs basically all the critical hits he can get right now just to make himself come back into this game right now. Now we do see the Salamence decide to Mega Evolve, and we do see a Sucker Punch instead going on possibly to Salamence. Yep, going on to Salamence, because we know the Choice Scarf Water Spout is gonna definitely one hit KO onto the Landorus side right here. Yep, Water Spout does decide to go off right now, and picking up the double knockout right there. Right, that was a assertive win coming from Ronald's side of the field here with the Choice Scarf Kyogre. Not playing by the numbers right here, right? Because most of the players decide to run Blue Orb on your Kyogre, definitely giving the Primal Reversion. But he decides to run a Choice Scarf on it. I mean, the amount of threats, the amount of potential damage output that you can give with Choice Scarf Ogre is really big, right? Because you can switch out moves. When you switch out the Pokemon, send it back your Kyogre, and you can switch it up. You can spice things up right there. So, pretty assertive win for Ronald right there. I'm pretty sure he had all the control, because it surprised Aiman to see Choice Scarf Kyogre, and there was no way for him to set up the Trick Room, because Ronald had multiple Fake Out users coming from the Weavile, the Kangaskhan right there. So setting up Trick Room is a little bit difficult, and he also had Terrakion to deal with potential Dialga with the close combat and picking up the one hit KO. So I'm pretty sure team matchup wasn't. He constructed his team really well from Ronald's side right there, and I'm not sure how Aiman could have bounced back possibly, because he needed all the crits. He needed to outspeed or outslow. Possibly the Dialga was trying to set up Trick Room, but he just couldn't because of the Fake Out users, the potential super effectiveness from Weavile's low kick, and close combat from Terrakion. It was a really challenge for Aiman to come back into the game. Alright, now that was it for our Swiss round 3. Pretty fast, pretty one-sided in my opinion, because Ronald had everything in check and in space. Alright, and that's it for our Swiss round 3. I'll see you all for round 4. Thank you.